It feels so good to say it, guys. We are back with the news. So it's been a good few weeks now, guys, so I want to welcome you all back to a brand new episode of Golf Fashion Weekly, the show where I bring you up to date on all the recent week's news in the world of golf fashion, or in this episode's case, a roundup of kind of 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 6 weeks. It's been a long time since we dropped one of these videos. So guys, with that being said, let's get into the news. So the first bit of news, guys, we are going to look at today is from Nike Golf, and they brought us 2 fresh colorways of the Air Max 270G. Big fan of this shoe, and I'm kind of a big fan of the two. I'm not a big fan of the 2 colorways. I like one of the colorways. The all-white version is great. The red heel cut version, not ideal for me, but still a clean-looking pair of shoes. If you do want to scoop up a pair, they should be in stock on most of the major websites: Function 18, Golf Poser, Trendy Golf, all of those sites, and Nike Golf. So if you don't see your size, I expect these pairs to be restocking a little bit throughout the season. So don't sweat it. If you didn't pick up a pair, you should still have time. Nike Golf also brought us the Air Max 90G. This shoe kind of goes on with the Nike lazy trend for me, unfortunately. The outsole doesn't even look that golfy on them. They did bring us 3 colorways initially: a black, a grey, and a white. The grey is a nice looking pair of shoes for me. They did drop the infrared OG colorway this morning on all the major websites, and so last time I checked, there were still sizes available. If you do want to pick up anything I mention in today's video, then I will leave my affiliate links in the description below, but it's a little bit of a pass from me on the 90s. Over Christmas time, the Infinity Tour got a facelift. Nothing but a change of design, no added stability, nothing like that. They just gave us a slightly different design. Reason for the change, they wanted to make the swoosh a little bit more visible for all their special editions this coming year. We've also seen a couple of new sneak peek versions of the shoe, so it looks like exciting times to come for the Infinity Tour for 2021. However, I do wish they'd have done something a little different with the stability. So Nike Golf also this past week brought us the Space Dot Polo. Wow, really, really tough. It's not a great looking polo. The Volt colorway kind of saves it, but I mean, how many people are going to be rocking a Volt colorway out on the golf course of a shirt? I just can't see it. Again, Nike, come on guys, let's just bring out some bangers. I'm waiting, please do that for me. Anyway, moving on to something a little bit more upbeat. Jordan Brand released the Wolf Grey Jordan 5 Low. This is a real one for the sneakerheads. It was a little bit of a pass from me. It's not something that I can see myself wearing, but a cool pair of shoes nonetheless. I believe it's an OG colorway, so all the Jordan heads out there, this one was for you. I'm not sure if you're still able to pick up a pair. Some websites might still have pairs available, so do be checking. You may still get lucky. Now, the major piece of news out of Jordan Brand, Pat Perez on Instagram, on his Instagram story, did give us a little sneak peek view of the Jordan 4 Cement golf shoe that should be releasing at some point this year. A lot of rumors I've heard is that it's going to be in the next couple of weeks. Time will tell, but still a very, very cool looking pair of shoes indeed, and something that I'm quite interested to pick up. Now, slightly sticking with Jordan Brand, slightly segueing into Adidas Golf. Jon Rahm this past week was seen not wearing Adidas. He's split ways, he's parted ways with the company. He will now be wearing Travis Matthew from now on, and he was wearing some Jordan 11 golf shoes. I don't know if this is because he doesn't have a shoe contract as part of the Travis Matthew deal and he's just free to wear whatever he wants. I'm not sure, but still kind of cool to see the Jordan 11. Interesting to see what Rahm wears next. Now, the Adidas Players this past week at the Century Tournament of Champions were seen wearing the prime shoe from Adidas for this coming year. Not sure if I'm allowed to go ahead and say it on the video what the name is of the shoe, but just be sure this week at the Sony to make sure that you're checking out the Adidas Players footwear. Very, very interesting pair of shoes. It's going to be worn by Xander, going to be worn by Colin Morikawa, going to be worn by DJ this year. So when DJ wears a pair of shoes from Adidas, do take note. He is so particular in the shoes that he likes to wear, and so anytime you see him wearing a new pair of shoes, know that that pair of shoes is going to be really, really good. And sticking with Adidas, they are celebrating the 30-year anniversary of the EQT, so they've brought out a collection of golf clothing in honor of that 30-year birthday. Trousers, shirts, shoes, the whole lot is coming. We've had a couple of bits released early. We've got a couple more pieces to come in February. Cross-gender as well, so they are repping the girls with this release as well, which is really, really cool. Sometimes the guys just get the special editions and the ladies kind of just don't really get too much, so great to see a cross-gender release. Puma gave us Bryson on a deck chair, laying out on a deck chair, promoting the botanical range of shirts. This is a real tough scene. I mean, Bryson on a deck chair. A, I'm surprised it didn't sink into the sand. B, I'm surprised that it just didn't split and the guy just didn't fall through it, but an interesting way of advertising their new range of shirts. I'm not a massive fan of the range of shirts, however, they did apply the botanical touch to the PWRADAPT shoes, which I can kind of get on board with. I really do want to get one of these pairs of shoes in hand so I can do a review for you guys. Very interested to see what the PWRADAPT shoe is like. Fine Golf Collective have been releasing and restocking some absolute bangers in the last couple of weeks. Pieces from Malbon Golf with their collaboration with Lyle and Scott. Really, really cool. I believe a couple of items are still available on the website. They've restocked some Ranger caps from Birds of Condor. Really, really smart. And they've got some banging bits coming for 2021, especially solo golf. Hopefully that comes ASAP, as I am desperate to pick up one of their hooded vests. Now, before we get on to my brand new segment, the things you hate to see, we've got a little bit of news from G4. They released their new collection a couple of weeks ago. I can't help but think that the key piece, my favourite piece from the collection, the Shelby quilted jacket, is a piece that I might have seen before. I'm going to put the pictures up on the screen. I'm going to let you guys decide. Just bear in mind the RLX one was released first. Interesting. Anyway, moving swiftly on, a couple of bucket hats did release and a couple of the shirts do look kinda cool. But moving on to our brand new segment and to finish out today's video, things you hate to see. We're talking about Patrick Reed. Patrick Reed at the turn of the year saw his contract with Nike end. It wasn't renewed. There's a surprise. It did leave Patrick without a clothing or shoe deal. Now, I can imagine when the brands found out about this, everyone was kind of, you know, that thing where you don't want someone to look at you and you kind of just, you can kind of sense them looking and you kind of look around like this and you're trying to avoid eye contact at all times. I can imagine that's what the brands were doing. However, he did gravitate to FootJoy. Unfortunately for them, he was seen wearing the DryJoy Premier series that's going to be releasing next month. And so he was then left without a clothing deal. And it's rumor has it, he was out buying the gear himself. He put himself out in full G4. Again, unfortunately for G4, I mean, it seems like I'm ragging on Patrick. This is all just a bit. So yeah, just play along with me just a little. So yeah, Patrick was seen buying his own gear himself. That is something you really hate to see. So guys, that is the news. That is a little bit of humor at the end there. Patrick is just a joke. So guys, thank you very much, each and every single one of you, for watching today. If you have not done so already, do drop the content a like if you did enjoy it, and do subscribe to the channel if you like all things golf fashion. So guys, I'm going to be back very, very soon with a brand new video. Until then, take care. Peace.